More just a question as we're just talking here, because normally I would think of filling of the Spirit in light of the sermon preaching unction. I'm a huge Lloyd Jones fan. I'm just wondering if there's another part of this as well, and I agree, just baseline, every Christian is filled with the Spirit. But
No. That's not true, is it?
Uh-oh.
Every Christian is filled with the Spirit? I mean, you said that too. They're not, are they? We have the Holy Spirit, but every Christian's not filled with the Holy Spirit.
Every Christian's baptized with the Holy Spirit.
Right?
Yes. You don't think every Christian's filled with the Holy
No.
I'm so glad you're here right now.
Good grief.
John, why don't you think...
It comes and goes in the book of Acts. And he's telling the church, get it. You don't have it, get it. I didn't even know anybody believed that.
I don't know anybody believe that. A fuller fullness, more of the Holy Spirit in our lives, yes. But you think at Ephesians 5, do not be drunk with wine that is debauchery, but be filled with the Spirit. There are all sorts of Christians
who are
in Ephesus. And you're saying, he's saying, you got two, I hear him saying two things. Don't do that, do that. And you're saying a whole bunch of them are doing neither of them. They're not drunk and they're not filled with the Spirit.
Right.
I disagree. So what, then are they to address one another in psalms, hymns, and spiritual songs? Are they to give thanks to the Lord? Are they to make melodies?
Well,
are they
you're describing duties.
Yeah.
You're not describing realities.
So the person who does that, by what manner do they do those things?
They're not doing them. They're not singing the way they ought to be singing.
There are
doing it
Christians
from the
who
heart.
don't make melody to the Lord in their heart. They're not Christians.
Just think of all the people in your church who don't do that.
I would say they're not Christians if they're never doing those.
No, you're not. I didn't say never. Careful.
So you're saying the experience of their life is not to submit to one another, not to address one another, not to give thanks.
We live lives, and Peter walks through Acts often not filled with the Holy Spirit. It comes upon him, and he speaks with boldness and courage in chapter 4. It goes away, that kind of experience goes away. It comes upon him again, and he speaks with boldness and is filled with the Holy Spirit. I think the same thing is true in Ephesians 5. It's just, the Christian life is one of many degrees, and you agree with this. And I think fullness, it says, press on to the fullness. Press on to the fullness. Don't be satisfied with the measure of singing from the heart. I mean, John Piper does not obey those four participles every day the way he should. I'm a Christian, and I'm not full when I'm not obeying. Don't feel like singing. I'm ticked off at Noel. I'm depressed about the way I just talk too much on this panel. and
Would you distinguish indwelt from empowered and filled?
Totally.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Oh, my goodness.
So is filling all or nothing? Are there levels of filling?
Oh, that's what I just said. So many degrees. Nobody's listening.
So Peter...
That's a problem, right? That's how you get distorted. People are going to leave this place
Kevin,
saying all kinds of false things about Pipers. It's Spurgeon's. Go ahead, finish
but
what you're saying.
aren't we suggesting to be indwelt is to be filled?
No.
And there are greater levels of filling, but it's not, you're almost suggesting that a Christian can be indwelt without in any sense being filled or controlled by the Spirit.
Well, now you're breaking fullness down into all kinds of pieces, so you give
well,
like
you gave us
1 inch in the glass and 8 inches is full and 1 inch is kind of full.
Okay.
No, that's not the way he's thinking, I don't think.
Okay.
I don't think if Paul were here and you ask him, are all Christians all the time filled with the Holy Spirit? He'd look at me funny. Like, have you read Ephesians 5? Or have you read the book of Acts?
Spurgeon's clever way to talk about this, he says, he's asked the question, why do you always pray for the filling of the Holy Spirit? You know what he said? I leak. That's what he said.
I pray for it pretty much every day. If I'm praying for somebody to go out and preach, I pray that they would be filled with the Holy Spirit. I don't assume that they are right then, but I'm repeating myself.